Welcome to Fragrance Facts. My name is Marcus. I test and wear a whole bunch of different fragrances to tell you how they are. This review is on a release from Viktor Rolf, and this one is called Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. It is a 2023 release, classified as a spicy sweet scent. It's composed by Carlos Benaim, Jean-Christophe Herault, and Nicolas Beaulieu. And this here is a Eau de Parfum concentration. So this fragrance, guys, is going to be a flanker to the infrared Eau de Toilette that was released in 2021. I did do a review on that one, so check it out for more details. And this fragrance, guys, got a Eau de Parfum treatment flanker. And I'm not quite understanding what's up with Viktor Rolf. I would have thought that the original Spicebomb, the OG, would have had the Eau de Parfum, or maybe even a parfum and an elixir treatment first before flankers that they're in their line. But nonetheless, that's what they're doing with their business, and they're going with these flankers and even the Eau de Parfum for the night vision, guys. So anyways, it's a bit weird, but that's what they're doing. But at the end of the day, all that's important is the scent. And during my testings and wearings of this one, I was very impressed with this release. So the main highlighted note to my nose in this one, the dominating number one, is cinnamon. And it's going to be present from the beginning all the way down into the end of the lifetime of the scent. The second main highlighted note here is going to be the resinous combination of the amber and the leather. It's going to give this a leathery, amber, warm, and musky, sensual touch to the scent. The third main highlighted note here, it's going to be more resins, but from the benzoin. And here is going to be very slightly, at times smoky, but mostly vanillic. It's going to have a vanilla smell. And you're going to get a few secondary notes, which is all a bunch of spices, guys. So, spoiler alert, this is the most spiciest spice bomb in the whole Viktor Rolf Spicebomb fragrance line. And you're going to get spices from left, right, and center here. You're going to get fresh, clean spices from that pink pepper. You're going to get some of that warm and inviting spiciness from the cinnamon. And you're also going to get some warm and hot spiciness from the hot pepper. So a lot of spiciness with this one. If you're not too much into spices, or you're curious, I would say always test this before buying it, because if you're not too much into spiciness, you might not enjoy this one. But I do, guys, and I really enjoy this release. I will now jump into explaining the three different fragrance stages of infrared eau de parfum to give you a better understanding of the smelling experience. So in the top, off the initial spray on your skin, you're going to get this clean and fresh, but mostly tart fruitiness. And that tart fruitiness is going to come from the trio of bergamot, cranberry, and cherry. It's very important here to highlight that the fruits here are not sweet at all. We're talking about tart fruitiness only. From there, you're going to get some clean and fresh rose floral spicy pink pepper touch. You're going to get some more spiciness from a light saffron and cinnamon combo. More spiciness from that warm chili pepper vibe, as well as some resinous amber and leather, giving this a sensual and musky touch, as well as some more resins from the benzoin that's a bit smoky, but mostly vanillic smelling. And at this stage here, it's going to smell spicy, oriental, and sensual. When you're in the mid, you're going to get that fresh rose pink pepper floral touch. You're going to get some spiciness here from the cinnamon, as well as from that hot chili pepper warm vibe. You're also going to get some fresh and clean floral geranium. So you're going to see a whole bunch of like these red fragrance notes used in this composition, and it's going to give it a bit of a clean, fresh touch. You're also going to get that resinous amber and leather, again, sensual muskiness. You're going to get some benzoin here, again, some resinous vanillic smelling benzoin, but the vanilla tendencies here are a bit more amplified, because now you're also going to get some tonka bean that will add some vanilla sweetness. And in the far background, you're going to get some light aromas of woody tobacco. When you're in the base, You're gonna get, of course, again, that sweetness from that tonka bean vanilla sweetness that's more present, but that will again amplify the vanilla of that benzoin resinous scent. And then from there, you're going to get, of course, the cinnamon here. There's a bit of that leftover cinnamon that's going to be present. You're going to get that resinous amber and leather, again, sensual muskiness. And of course, you're going to get some light woody tobacco. But the tobacco in this fragrance isn't overbearing at all. It's just a little woody presence to complement the spiciness and the resinous scents in this composition. So according to Viktor Rolf, the amber here and the leather is going to have an animalic scent, but I have to disagree with them, guys. There is nothing animalic about this composition, even if it is sensual and musky. It's just going to be nowhere near a barnyard or animalic traditional scent. It's just going to be that traditional musky ambery scent that's clean and inviting. Also, this fragrance in the EDT, there was this red hot candy hot rods sensation to that fragrance. It is still present in this one, but not nearly as much as the EDT. And this fragrance here is the spiciest Spicebomb to date, hands down. Let's go into the performance of this fragrance. So we're talking over an arm's length projection at a moderate to moderately high, noticeable push towards other people, easily detectable for the first hour. And then from there was still a nice push, another 2-hour push for at a moderate level. And then from there, it would slowly get closer to your skin. It was a skin scent at around that 6 to 7 hour mark, and I was able to detect this one off of my skin up to 20 hours plus. But keep in mind, from that 6 to 7 hour mark all the way up to 20 plus, it's going to be a skin scent and a pretty deep skin scent eventually. In regards to the sillage scent whiff trail, so this one, guys, started off at a moderately high cloud surrounding me, easily noticeable as I'm walking around, following me everywhere, leaving a nice sillage scent behind me. And then from there, it would be maybe another 2 hours at a moderate to moderately low level, still able to detect it as I'm going around. And then from there, it got lowered and lowered, and I remember still getting whiffs of this one up to about 10 hours. So I would say the performance is average to above average, depending on if you underspray, overspray, or spray on your clothes. But this is the kind of a ballpark I had. Very nice performing fragrance in general. During my testings and wearings, I did get some compliments while wearing this one, but you have to wear it around the right crowd. So my experience with these spicy fragrances is not everybody is a fan of it. And again, the people that are not too much into spicy fragrances gave this one about a 4 up to about 6.5 out of 10 range. But guys, if you wear this one around the spice fan lovers out there, this is a home run, I'm telling you. I got reactions from 7.5 all the way up to 9.7 out of 10. Women that love spicy scents love this one. They find it sexy, appealing, attractive. The girl that gave me a 9.7 out of 10, she said that this fragrance smells like a sexy red aroma. And she had this red color popping out of her mind. She's like, I smell like cranberry, cherry, and all these red fragrance notes. And I was like, man, you know, I was pretty impressed by her assessment of how she found this one smelled. And she was saying that it's very attractive, appealing, it's sexy, it's sensual, it's yummy. So if you wear this around the right person, guys, you're gonna hit some home runs, I'm telling you now. But if not, you're gonna get some bad results too. So always watch out what type of fragrances you're wearing around which people. Now let's discuss other fragrances on the market this fragrance resembles. So I want to get this one out of the way really quickly. Some people are saying that it resembles Spicebomb Extreme. Guys, I have to disagree. This fragrance here has way too much tobacco, way too much vanilla bomb of a fragrance scent, and the cinnamon here is of course pretty present, but not as strong as his infrared Eau de Parfum is. And here the tobacco, guys, it's more of a woody supporting cast far background note, so it's not dominating or too noticeable at all. So I don't get the resemblances with Extreme at all. So guys, forget it, it's not close to that one at all. But I do find that it does resemble, of course, the OG Spicebomb. The fresh and clean elements here, the way the cinnamon's done here a bit, as well as, you know, some of the other fragrance notes here, the bit of the way the tobacco is done in here, it reminds me way more of that one in this new release. And of course, you're going to get some of that infrared eau de toilette. Of course, guys, it's the flanker, so a lot of similar notes as well used in that one. But this one here is going to be more darker, more resinous, more oriental, more, you know, of that sensual muskiness, sensual sex appeal to it compared to infrared. It's a bit more fresher, a bit more sweeter, that one. And of course, we're going to go in another fragrance line. So the one I was able to have or find that is the closest to me was from Guerlain, and it's L'Homme, l'Idéal, l'Intense. So this one does have a chili note to it. It does have some spicy elements here, cherry note. So it's not identical, but just that overall warm feeling with those fragrance notes used is going to give you a bit of an idea of how infrared eau de parfum smells. You're also going to get a bit of something like Paco Rabanne's 1 million Privé, but again, that one, too much tobacco in it, and it's likely some of that warm spiciness to it. So hopefully this review gave you information to help you understand this fragrance better. See you in the next one. Peace and lights out.